want to address some of the issues with the feet. So I want to go over a few foot drills here that you can start to incorporate very easily in your warm-up and very easily at home with no equipment. Some of these are going to be challenging. You can do all of them, you can do some of them, you can pick and choose, but you want to try to get through all of them within your week. So here we go. All right, guys. So one of the things when we're looking at the foot here is how this big toe is sitting. Some people it's going to be pulled across. This is something that happens generally over time. It's not something that you're born with. It's just how weak this sort of abductor of the big toe is. So the abductor, that muscle, it's in through the side here, and its job is to pull the toe towards your midline. So if it's weak, the other muscles inside of there are going to pull it across here, which can cause a lot of pain. It can cause inefficiency, and over time it's going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. So it's something that we want to address now. Something else is you can often see from the side, some people, and this may be over time, will get sort of a bent toe here and it'll stay sort of bent. And so some of the muscles that run along the bottom side of the foot here are really tight and kind of pulling it in that sort of position. The toe should be able to rest flat, and you should, without lifting the other four toes, you should be able to pull it up off the ground straight up. Not across the foot, but if you look straight on there, I'm able to lift my big toe straight up, and then you can put it back down. If I'm relaxed fully, I should be able to pull this up off the ground. So from the side here, if I'm relaxed, I can get probably about 20 degrees or so. So that's even short. This is something that I've had to work on as well. But it's important to note that you should be able to pull this up like 35 degrees, so not quite 45, but I should be able to get it closer to my finger than where I'm at. So I'm on the right path, but I still have work that I need to do. So one of the things that you can do is you're going to walk up on the balls of the feet and try to be as tall as you can. So I'm lifting my heels up and I'm going to walk like I'm on stilts for 20 meters. So that 20 meters is, say, across the living room and back. So I'm going to walk nice and tall, straight legs, straight knees, up. And then the other one, so I'll go out and back, and then I'm going to lift my big toe, or lift all my toes up, and I'm going to come up onto my heels. I'm going to walk the same distance there. So I want to pull everything up from the front. I'm pulling everything up off the ground, trying to pull my toes apart and walk as such. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the outsides of my feet. Again, pulling my toes up towards my shins. So I'm trying to lift them and pull them apart. So I'm going to walk on the outsides of my feet like that, out and back, and again, then I'm going to do the insides of the feet. So noticing that from the sides, the outside of my foot here is lifted up off the ground, and I'm pulling my toes up and trying to walk on the insides of my foot, on the arch of my foot. So I'm really on the heel and the ball of my foot. And I'm going to walk, again, that 20 meters across the living room and back. This is going to feel really weird. It's going to feel really stupid. That's okay. And then finally, we're going to go back up onto the balls of the feet, trying to elevate the heels, and we're going to go sideways. So you're going to push. If I'm going that way, I want to push off this back leg and push across. And then as I come back, I'm going to push off my right leg to go to the left. So I always want to be pushing off of the back foot or pushing off of the back foot going the other way. These are very simple drills that you can do on your own that really don't take any time. You want to do them barefoot. That's going to allow you to feel the ground a little bit better. If you can do it on a softer surface, your feet are going to help. Your feet are going to like you a lot better. So if you've got carpet or if you're on turf, pop your shoes off, pop your cleats off before your warm up or after you've done like some easy jog, done some of your dynamic stretching. Then pop your shoes off, pop your socks off. Do this, probably take you 5 minutes or less, maybe 3 minutes to do. Pop your shoes back on and go through the rest of your practice. A couple other drills here. I'll go back to, so back looking at the feet from a straight on angle. My feet are relaxed. I've got my big toe here straight out from my foot. From here, I want to try to lift my big toe without lifting these 4 toes. So I want to try to lift straight up, keeping the other 4 toes relaxed. So I'm not clawing at the ground. I want to lift straight up, hold, and then back down. Again, I'm going to try to lift straight up, trying to relax the other toes, and I'm going to hold until I can relax those toes, and then back down. The other one is going to be pressing the big toe into the ground, and then lift the other 4 toes up off the ground without lifting the big toe. So lift, hold, and then down. You may get some cramping in the foot here in the arch. That's okay. That just means that they're weak and that you need to practice this. So take your time. If this is too hard for the big toe, try to lift it with your fingers and then hold that position. So once it's lifted, try to hold so you'll feel the tension in the top of the foot here, and then relax. You're going to pick your big toe up again, hold, and relax. That's it. Those are the drills. So toe walking on the balls of the feet, heel, outside, inside, and then sideways on the ball of the foot. And then practice trying to control that big toe. That's it for the next 2 weeks, all right? Try that, incorporate that 3 times a week, and let's see what happens. Thanks.